Hi, this is Sandy, and today we're going back to using our oil pastels. I didn't quite give you the right instructions when we did the dinosaur, and a lot of people were having trouble with it, so I did some more research, and hope this will help. Today we're going to be using our color wheel. You'll see the color wheel on the film when we're talking about it. And I want to refresh your memory. When we're talking about neighboring colors, we're talking about picking 3 colors that touch each other on the color wheel. This one, and this one, this one, this one, and this one, and so on. So if you were picking yellow and purple, it's not a neighbor. Don't do it. Okay, are we ready to start? Okay. This, remember from the when we worked with our chalk pastels, we put a border around it. So we didn't have to worry about what we, about the edges, so that we didn't have to get right to this page. So I've got the tape, I'm putting on my edges. This is my inner edge. This is just painter's tape. You could use masking tape. If you used regular Scotch tape, I have a feeling it might take your paper. Okay, this is our paper that we're using, the inside. Now, I want you to use a pencil. Can you turn that down? I'm going to be using a Sharpie, and the Sharpie is so that you can see it. The pencil, when you use it, I want you to be able to see it, but I don't want to see it when you're finished with your project. Okay, I have my pastel chalk out, or my oil pastels out. I want to take out brown, gray, here's another brown, here's a gold, and black. And if you've got this, what's it called, shell color, we're going to take that out too. We've got the colors of our color wheel, plus another shade of blue and another shade of green, and then we're going to have pink. So that's fine. We're fine here. We're going to start by doing a scribble drawing. I want to fill up my paper, but I don't want to fill it up like this, because we're going to be drawing, we're going to be coloring in each one of these little squares. So when I say fill up your paper, I want to be big, and I don't want anything really small that I'm going to have to try and get these crayons or oil pastels in. Okay, here I go. Let's see, I've got a lot of them here. So let's start. I want you to pick 3 of your colors that are neighbors on your color wheel. That would be like those 3. That could be blue, purple, and red. You pick out 3 of your favorite colors. Then I want you to pick out which one you're going to start with. I'm going to start with yellow this time. And when I had said to use your shading like this, I want you right up here. When you color, you don't have to fill in all the spots. I'm almost scribbling. Can you see that? but I'm being very careful around my lines. Okay, I see residue, that's okay. Now I'm going to pick up the orange and I'm going to fill in any of those spaces that I left. Not all of them, just some of them. Okay, now I'm going to pick up the red and I'm going to fill it all in. You're going to go right up to your pencil lines. I can take my finger and I can rub them around now. If I rub them into the other paper though, I'm going to get color there, and I really don't want to do that. So I did it, but you don't do it. This is not a flat red. If you'll notice, it has all kinds of shading. Okay, now I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to take the red just to show you how different this can look. I'm going to take the red over here and I'm going to start by just scribbling. Now I'm going to take the yellow. Do you think our color's going to be different when we're done? Okay, we got to get some of this paper off. This brand is called Cray-pas. You probably have it in school because they use this in schools. Notice when I'm pressing and I'm doing this, I'm not pushing real hard. It's just a nice firm. Okay, now I've got still some white spaces in here, and that's okay. Because now I'm going to take my third color and I'm going to make sure it's all covered now. I am not twisting my arm or my wrist in order to do this. I am using my whole arm. I still see a couple white spaces, but I'm going to take my finger now and I'm going to just I'm making circular motions. Well, now that one turned out quite a bit like the other one. So we're going to start with a different color again. It's a little bit different. Why don't we start with orange this time? Hit up some red. And then finish it off with some yellow. Ooh, that looks different now. Okay, let's pick up some different neighbors. Let's see, I think I'll have let's go with a blue, a green, and a yellow. And I think I'll put the green down first. My crayon is sort of just dancing on this sheet to the music. Okay, let's pick up the blue. And we'll fill in some of these spaces that there we go. This looks almost like velvet, doesn't it? Okay, now I'm taking this yellow, and the yellow has a little bit of red, but we'll work with it. It did break. So I'm going to use just the tip. Still pressing flat. There are so many things out on the internet that you can watch people do this. But before you go on that internet, you make sure your mom and dad know what you're doing. I'm seeing a lot of scribbles there, and I'm not real happy with that. So I'm going to get the green. Give it some little extra green in there. Now you can take your finger, gently blend. Okay, I'm going to stick with these colors again. I started with green. Maybe I'm going to start with yellow this time. And I'm going to do this one over here. Then I'm going to go with green. Then I'm going to finish it up with blue. What do you think? A little bit of a shade change, isn't it? Okay, I need a new one, new colors. So I think I will go with purple, blue, and red. Do you see I'm getting all of these little shavings that I don't want to push into my paper, so got to be careful. After we're done, I'll blow it off. This time, my neighboring colors that I've chosen, I'm going to think, well, this is going to be the center. Just to see how different it'll look. This is going to be the outer edge. Still in a little bit on the red, isn't it? That's what we want. We want them to blend together. And then I'm going to get this purple. and I'm going over everything. Nice circular motions with my finger. Oh, that's different. Let's go down here and let's start with the blue. And let's go with the purple. I am still taking it up into the blue. And now I'm going to finish it off with that red. I'm going to go over everything. Everything's blending. Okay, now I'm going to use my finger. Okay, let's get some different neighbors. Let's go with red, orange, and purple. That should be interesting. I'm going to start with my orange right here. I'm going to go with the red. Finish it off with that purple. Get my finger in here to blend. I like that. Can we do purple, green, and blue? Let's try it. See why I call this scribble drawing? Now let's finish it off with purple. Okay, now we got to get our finger in there. Nice little circles with those fingers. This is not a project you could do on the floor in your bedroom. This is a table project. Do you know why? Because all of these little scraps here will make such a mess on carpet. Okay, new neighbors. We're going to go with green, yellow, and blue. we did that. So let's go with green, yellow, and orange. This might make mud, but we'll see. Now let's get that orange on it. Pretty close to mud. But guess what you learned how to make? Brown. Okay, figure time. Okay, we've got a couple spots left. So, I want you to use your favorite colors that you thought, oh, that really looked good. And I think I'm going to use it with orange, some red, and yellow. Get your finger ready. Okay, one more little spot here. Let's go with blue and green, just those two colors. Okay, I'm finished. I've made a scribble page. At this point, you're going to take and brush off all the crumbs onto another piece of paper. Remember the stuff that we sprayed our other work with? We're going to get that out, and we're going to go outside, and we're going to spray this. Because this color here will come off real easily. Now look at that nice edge we've got. A big piece of color there. Okay, see you next week. I'm ready to spray it. I put some rocks down, and this is just mulch, so we don't have to worry about it. You can even do it on grass, but the grass might get into your picture. Shake your can well. Make sure that the point where the spray comes out is pointed towards your paper. Give it some nice short sprays. And we don't want it down like this. We want to keep it up here. That should do it.